Welcome back to another episode of the Pit Lane Yappers. I'm Mox,
And I'm Rosie.
and
Um,
today we are doing a mix of our two interests. We are doing Formula One drivers as Taylor Swift albums and then a song from that album. We're doing the 2024 grid because we haven't really figured out the rookies yet.
um,
So we will be
we
doing
might
it
at the
next
end.
year. Like the end of this season, we'll do the rookies. We'll do it again with rookies. And hopefully some of them will have changed, but we'll see.
We will see who wants to go first.
We'll definitely have new tracks to add. Um, okay, I was gonna do the Ferrari Boys first. So
Okay,
Charles,
he is red to me, like the
what
album.
song? What song?
See, that's really difficult, but um, 'cause- but my favorite song on Red is Holy Ground. So probably
Good choice. I never knew that about you.
yeah.
I'm
So
shocked you didn't say Red the song, because that was our
well,
surprise song at Gillette. And the first
well,
thing I said to you was, Charles!
well,
Literally the
yeah.
first thing when she went, loving him, I was like, Charles!
Um, but I feel like Red the song is more Carlos.
Oh, okay, well, I put Charles as the tortured poets department because he is a tortured soul. Like
Yeah.
he's been through so much for his age, and he's the prophecy to me because he's so loyal and he's just praying that it'll improve. And I'm like, sir, you need to
Yeah,
just
well,
maybe lose hope. Carlos, I said Midnights.
I would
He's
be
very
inclined to
maroon to me.
I'd be inclined to agree with you on both there.
Maroon, like Red. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say this with a Charles fan, but I feel like Red is the immature version of Maroon. And I feel like Charles is like not immature in the sense of like, oh, he's such a kid, but I feel like he hasn't been racing as long as Carlos and he still has things to learn. And I feel like Carlos is the more, I don't want to say mature. I don't know how else to say it, but you know what I
Nice
mean.
save. Yeah.
It's like, it's not like, oh, Charles is immature and it's just like Carlos has more experience in F1. He's also older.
Yeah. Red Bull?
Red Bull, okay. Checo,
I think Chaco is like a speak now moment
ooh,
because like it was supposed to be like a big, like country rock pop album and then never
took
it
off.
never got
I feel like,
yeah.
what's the
Like it
song?
did, but it didn't. Um maybe like it's not enchanted. It's
I almost put him as Enchanted, but I
I
went with
I
my
would
second.
um I actually think it's probably like Speak Now. Like he tried to, you know, he's been speaking up against like Red Bull and everything, but it was just never they
Never, it
never
never,
listened.
yeah.
Yeah.
I said he's fearless because I feel like
Oh,
Fearless had her moment. She was catchy, she was fun. We all thought she was going to win things, and, at least Taylor's version. And
hmm.
it didn't really get the recognition, but it doesn't mean she's bad.
Yeah,
It just means it didn't work. And I feel like that's Checo. And I said, don't you. So a vault song.
yeah, that makes sense. Max is reputation without a
Oh,
doubt
oh,
to
I
me
do not have him as rep.
because he's like him and Lewis are both reputation to me.
Neither
Um,
of them are rep to me.
because I feel like they're opposite sides of the same thing, and I think Max has got the side where it's all like anti-media and know, and also he's when he's racing he's the lion, but he's still got the lovey-dovey side of rep with Kelly and Penelope as well,
And a dachshund now. He has a dachshund.
and his cats.
Yes. What song?
I think, to be honest, he is ready for it to me.
Everybody who doesn't know Rosie doesn't understand the praise Max Verstappen is getting right now as reputation. Nobody understands. I put him as Midnight's.
I can see it.
I think he's
That'd be my
anti-hero.
second choice. Yeah.
Because I feel like on the surface, they're all like, oh, he's the bad guy. He's the villain of F1. But like, when you actually listen to him speak and like see how he acts with all the drivers and everything, he never says anything. Okay. Never say never, but he doesn't say bad things most of the time unless they deserve it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Mercedes.
George is 1989.
I have 1989 for George too. I said he was the song slut.
I think Wonderland, maybe.
Ooh. I feel like George is just like, in a world of boys, he's a gentleman. To a T.
Yeah, apart from now the fact that they're partnered with Adidas, who's going to show up.
Okay, Adidas has some nice clothing. Thank you.
Okay.
And then Lewis, I said was Speak Now.
Yeah, because you think
because
Lewis
he is
Castle...
that person. Yes, he's Castle's crumbling. Literally, he had an empire, and then it just shattered.
Well, like I said earlier, Lewis is rep to me. Just
what song?
Because he has an insane reputation. I think when people think of rap, they think of Look What You Made Me Do. So
the Look What You Made Me Do is him going to Ferrari after Mercedes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Castle's crumbling to me. Like, I literally, every time I hear that song, I'm about Lewis Hamilton. Okay. McLaren. Lando is Evermore the album and Evermore the song for me. I can't explain it. I literally don't have an explanation other than I'm going off vibes, but that is the vibe.
Yeah, no, I see that. So, yeah,
I also feel like he could be Lover, and I think he knows.
I don't know. I would say Evermore, but maybe Cowboy Like Me.
Okay. I can see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oscar.
I'll let you go first.
Is Fearless.
I knew it was coming.
The album.
And the song?
Yeah. No,
if you say album. You Belong With Me.
No. The Other Side of the Door.
Amazing outro. Best outro she's ever written.
Yeah.
I have him as Torture Poets Department and Clarabelle. Or Clarabelle.
Oh my god.
Because he's literally Mark Webber incarnated. You can also say he's Kimi Räikkönen and Fernando Alonso too. And everyone calls him the next Max. So like, he is getting all these like phrases of older drivers. I have no explanation other than that. Okay, let's go. Let's go Alpine. Pierre, to me, is Fearless. The album, not the song. But he's Change on the album.
Ooh.
I once again can't tell you why other than vibes.
I would say I think I agree with you on the album, but I think maybe Breathe.
Oh, that was my second choice. Like with everything that happened at Red Bull and then AlphaTauri and then but like I was like kind of works with Change. Like he was kind of going through every emotion at the Red Bull teams and then he came to Alpine and he's like, okay, I know what I'm doing.
Ocon is
debut to me.
Oh, he's Red to me, but he's Begin Again.
I have that song, but not for Ocon. He's Mary's song to me.
Aww.
He once again, I just feel like Esteban Ocon could be like on a little farm in France. Aston Martin.
You can go first.
Okay, let's start with Lance. Lance is Red to me. And he's nothing new. Because he literally, like, when he started F1, he was this cheery, happy, young guy, 19, 20, and he was like, I'm so excited. And then he got ripped down by the media. And they're like, wow, he's such a crybaby. Oh, he's so annoying. He doesn't deserve a seat. It's literally nothing new.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you, to be honest, because
I
I think
also was going to put him as This Is Me Trying.
he could also be Gold Rush, I think.
I love that song.
So,
yeah. I see that. I love that song though. So I am biased. Okay, Fernando Alonso. I'm gonna let you go first.
I put him as debut, but I put him as Cold as You because he's had a really good career, but he's never been in a car as bad as the Aston Martin. So
he literally hasn't. That stat in F1 on that F1 account has haunted me since they posted it.
So
I put kind of going on the same route, the Tortured Poets Department. And My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys. Because Renault, he had a really good car. Then he went to McLaren, had a really good car, but they put Lewis first. Obviously, they put Lewis first. And so he's like, okay, I'm going to go to Ferrari. Ferrari, don't even talk to me about that one. We don't even need to touch on that. Then he goes back to McLaren. Horrible season. Retires, comes back because Alpine's like, please come. We need you. We'll make you the first driver. And they're like, haha, you thought. Actually, this really tall man from France is going to be our first driver. And so Aston Martin was like, come to us. Fernando Alonso said, say less. And now he's in the worst car in the world. And all he wants is his 33rd win.
Well, who's next?
Let's do
Williams.
Pick. Oh, we can do Williams. We have 3 for Williams. Alex, Logan, and Franco.
Alex is lover. 100%.
I agree. I 100% agree. I think we're going to have different songs, though.
I think he could be almost any song on Lover, but I think he's Paper Rings.
I said Cornelia Street. Because he's been through it. And he's finally found Williams. And now Carlos is coming in. And I feel like if I was in Alex's place, I'd be like, oh my gosh, this guy who's won races, he's driven for Ferrari, he's driven for Red Bull, he's driven for McLaren, he's won these races, he's doing so good, he knows engineering, he knows what he's talking about, is coming in. He's like, please, I can't lose Williams. I don't think he will.
No.
But I like he has to have that fear.
I'd kill somebody if they do that to him. So that's my cookie.
Okay, Logan, I think there's really only one album.
Yeah,
maybe
you can. Yeah, you go first.
Folklore.
Yeah, This Is Me Trying. Yeah.
No, I had The Last Great American Dynasty.
But yeah, but that ended well in the song.
Not for the plan words, but like, you know, the lyrics of like, who knows what could have happened, like all those, like, oh, she's gone, we're mourning her. Like, I really feel like Logan just, and also this song was written 100 years ago, like after the girl died. Not actually, but
yeah,
like I feel like they've just erased Logan.
Yeah, basically. And then Franco would be the end of the song. You know, who was it for?
Then it was bought by me. I said Franco is Red. And this is where I used Begin Again.
Oh, that's interesting. Any reason?
Well, they put Franco in the car. Not a lot of people had hope, to be honest. They were like, why are you replacing someone who is struggling with the car with a rookie who has no experience in F1? And he kind of killed it. He got points, so much so that Alpine bought him for $10 million from Williams.
So for Franco, I have 1989,
I can see it.
and he's Welcome to New York because it's brand new, it's exciting.
Everybody wants him
Yeah,
on their team. Everybody wants to go to New York. I see it. Interesting choice, but I see it. I like it. Okay, Haas. And I'm going to put Ollie Behrman in this one. K-Mag is debut to me. He is angsty
Yeah.
teenage girl anger.
He's like
He's picture to burn.
Yeah.
He is picture to burn. I have it written down, picture to burn. Like, yeah. There's literally no explanation other than angsty teenage girl.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Hulkenberg? Oh,
I
you might
think-
not like this one for me.
Oh, okay.
I have him as rep
Why?
because I feel like not a lot of people liked Haas. And he came in after Mick got dropped, and everyone's like, okay, of course Hulkenberg's gonna replace him, blah blah. They kind of hated him and didn't expect him to succeed, which is kind of like Rep. They were like, Rep's not gonna make it. Like, she's been in hiding for 2 years. Nobody's gonna care about it anymore. And it became like the number one sensation. Hulkenberg kind of carried the team.
Okay, fair.
And then
Fair.
he's getaway car because I actually feel like he could be a getaway driver. Like, I literally feel like he could commit a crime.
Probably. I was gonna say that Hulkenberg was their debut.
Again.
But more like Tim McGraw. Like, it was
Ooh.
big when it first came out, and then it's kind of a hidden gem almost now.
Still has yet to win anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So Ollie, we don't know much about Ollie, just disclaimer. So this is definitely going to change for 2025 season. I have him as lover as London Boy, and I think you do too.
Yeah, because he
That's-
is
Yeah.
the London. Like, I know everybody else is, but like, you could say that about all the British drivers, but
But I feel like the song just, it's like a young
fun, happy.
university guy. Then I know Ollie's not in university, but you know what I mean? Like a young,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, Kick. Botas. This is a weird one. I have a feeling you're
Okay.
going to say debut for him.
What's yours?
I said 1989
Interesting.
because he's kind of around forever and he's still kind of an iconic guy. Like, Lewis Hamilton is like, yeah, he's my buddy. He's the best teammate I've ever had. Sorry, George. And I have Is It Over Now? Because he's like, since he got dropped by Mercedes, he's kind of finding his spot.
Yeah, no, I see that, but I would actually say that he is fearless
The song or the album?
album.
Or both?
And he's The Way I Loved You.
Oh, okay, I see that.
Yeah, because like the way he like loved Mercedes and tried to make Sauber work and then just didn't.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even think Michael Schumacher could make that car work.
Yeah, so
Okay, Joe?
maybe Afterglow, his lover,
Oh,
but I think Afterglow.
I like that. I said he was Fearless the album and Fearless the song.
Oh.
I just feel like it's very cutesy, it's very romantic, it's very fun. And I feel like that's Joe. Cutesy, romantic, fun. I have nothing to back up my claims other than vibes. And the fact he has cats. Okay. I think we only have one more.
Yeah, it's just
No, yeah. Yeah.
Yuki
It's
and
Yuki, Danny, and Liam. So
yeah.
Yuki, I have Reputation. And I have This Is Why We can't have nice things.
I could agree with you on both there. Again, for everybody watching, I can't describe what sort of compliment it is for people to be ranked in rep. But yeah.
I feel like that entire album could be him, like all the angry, like, you've screwed me over songs could be him, but I feel like this really encapsulates it because he's like, especially the bridge, because he's like, I know I have people in my corner. I know I have people supporting me, but you never will, and I won't apologize for who I am.
Yeah.
Okay, Liam.
I know nothing about this man.
This is going off his season for me, him coming in late. People already established like who they kind of hang out with, who they see outside of the track. So I have him as debut and the outside. And I know he's not like completely fresh and like he had a few races in 2023 because of Danny's wrist and everything, but I feel like he's never really had a full season, so he doesn't really have those people in his corner yet. So I feel like he's just kind of watching and observing to see what goes on. And I feel like that's the outside.
Yeah. I have him as the Tortured Poets department, and I look in people's windows, which is essentially
oh wow, we got the same vibe.
Yeah. Do you want to go first for Danny?
Okay, I had 3. Okay, so we got to go through all 3, but the first one is Lover, and I have the Archer.
Okay, yeah, understandable.
Then I have Fearless, and then Superstar, because he's kind of like the face of F1 in the sense of like Drive to Survive. Everyone knows Daniel Ricciardo. Because he's funny, he's entertaining, like they can put him on a camera and he will do something for them that's entertaining. And then I also have the Tortured Poets department and So Long London.
Oh, I have the Tortured Poets department, but I have How Did It End?
Oh. Okay, let's go on to the retired drivers before I cry. Let's start with Mick Schumacher.
You can do Mick. He's your guy.
I have Evermore, and I have Coney Island.
Yeah, I see that big time.
I feel like he's lost a lot. Like, Haas never gave him a chance. Alpine was like, okay, we'll see if you get an F1 seat. The rumor was he was going to get the F1 seat when Esteban left. And then they went, actually, we're putting Jack in. But you know what? I'm glad it's not Mick, because Jack is getting absolutely no support, and Mick already had that in Haas.
Yeah. So Jack is basically done for.
Yeah, I feel really bad for him. Do you have a song for Mick?
I think he's like Lover, but like maybe I Think He Knows. Or
not the only song I like off Lover. No, just fun fact, Lover is not my album, everybody. I do not like that album. Sorry. That's the only song I like. Okay. Mark Webber.
I'd say he's Reputation, and he's Don't Blame Me.
Real.
Yeah.
Real. You could probably guess mine. But mine is the Tortured Poets department, and it's The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. Specifically the bridge to outro.
Yeah.
Like, literally the way that Red Bull treated him, disgusting. It's why he won't ever let Oscar Piastri go to Red Bull.
My man.
Okay, Jensen. I have 2.
Jensen could be Endgame from Reputation, because it's very party. Like, if you watch the music video specifically, it's very party. It's very Playboy.
Everybody's a Playboy.
Yeah, it's very.
That interview stays in my head.
And and he's happily married, and he's got his end game. He's also Stay Beautiful from Debut, because
he's gorgeous.
He's beautiful. Yeah.
I have 2. I have Rep also, but I have New Year's Day, because I feel like New Year's Day is kind of like after the party.
Yeah.
And I feel like he was a party boy until he settled, and now he's New Year's Day, and he's doing like presentation and commentating and like. And then I also have Down Bad by the Tortured Poets Department. No reason other than every time I hear the song, I go, "This is Jensen Button."
The reason being, I am down bad.
Okay, last one. Sebastian Vettel. I also have two.
Go on.
Okay, the first one is 1989 and Suburban Legends. Because literally, specifically Red Bull, Seb, he's like, yeah, I'm not here to make friends. I'm going to be in the history books.
That was my Seb song.
I will never forget the day it came out, and I texted you, I went, this is very Seb Vettel coded. I was like, it sounds like Seb. And then I also have the Tortured Poets Department and LOML, because he is the loss of my life. He's still alive, but he is the loss of my life.
Mind you didn't even get into F1 while he was racing.
Technically, I did start watching Drive to Survive when he was still a driver. I just didn't watch the races and like actually get into the sport until after. So you're right, but at the same time, I was into Drive to Survive at the time. I just wasn't into the sport. Do you want to add anybody else? I'm trying to think of like reserve drivers, but I don't. Jack Doohan, we can do this season, like 2025.
For now, I'm putting all the rookies as debut just because this is their debut.
I think, yeah, that was it for this episode. Don't know when we're filming next because we have rotating schedules. But we are going to do an intro to F1.
And before the season will be back next month.
For sure. Yeah. That was it for this episode. Hope you liked it. And we will see you very soon.
Bye.